Most people think that posture is from weak muscle or bad habits. But posture is not just structural. It's also nervous system driven, aka emotions. Any stress can change the posture position long before you even know it. Welcome guys to your favorite kinesiologist. My name is Puri, and here we're going to talk about how your nervous system is your blueprint of your reality. Most of you guys notice that your shoulders are slouched or tight, and you try to correct your posture by doing certain movements, and your jaw is clenching, you're shallow breathing and you don't even notice. You have upper back tension, and no matter what you do, you keep going to like the PT, or you try to stretch, you try to breathe, you try to do somatic healing, but nothing seems to click. Because posture is part of the loop, which is the belief that goes to the nervous system response, identity, behavior, outcome, and reinforced behaviors. How does the loop actually work? So the belief could be, I'm under pressure, or I am not safe, or I must perform. And the nervous system could be tension in the body and protection. And when your body is in protection, it's actually looking like this. Now let me just take my hair away. It looks like this as protection, because this is where you kind of guard yourself with your arms and your body, and that's the reflex. Let's bring the hair back. And the identity could be guarded and hypervigilant. And when your body is hypervigilant, your muscles start to tense up, hence the clenching of the jaw and the tension of the neck and shoulder. The behavior is breathing and shallow breathing. Shallow breathing, when we are not conscious of it, we tend to go into this fight-flight mode, especially when we are super stressed. When you are shallow breathing, you tense your muscle and the muscle starts to shorten rather than expand and relax. And the blood flow doesn't run anymore because you're super tight. And this is where there's a stagnation in the body. This is why we start to get pain. And sometimes when we are super stressed, we start to collapse. When our nervous system is in super heightened mode, it feels to our brain that we cannot cope anymore. What the outcome is pain. Pain and postural changes. Have you ever noticed when you're super stressed that you're just super stiff because you are not able to move forward, basically stuck to the ground, and everything is just so overwhelming, so our body just starts to tense up, and that changes our posture. So when we have all these loop going on, the reinforcement is that my posture is bad. And when you have that thought, my posture is bad, the loop starts to reinforce itself, so it starts looping round in circles. So the real deal is that your posture isn't bad, it's just that your nervous system is protecting your body. And what stress does, it shifts the muscle tone and the breathing patterns and the spinal positioning automatically. And it's not consciously, we do it subconsciously. So forcing any posture correction doesn't actually do anything, it actually keeps the loop alive. So for me, I used to believe that my postural issues were actually all mechanical. I tried everything from exercising, stretching, strengthening, massage, even the woo-woo stuff. But no matter what I did, everything just didn't work. It was just temporary releases, and it would just keep returning to me. Returning to tension, returning to clenching of the jaw, TMJ, and grind my teeth so much. My shoulders and neck were always super stiff, and my back was like always tight. No matter what I did, the tension would always return. I was super inflexible because internally, I was anxious. I was afraid of people judging me. I had so much expectation and I wanted to control everything. And I was operating from pressure. Pressure that I believed, my expectations. And what my nervous system was actually doing, it was protecting me. It wasn't relaxing. And that's when everything started to click. Breaking the loop starts with awareness. And that awareness is actually noticing what is happening in your body. It's not about listening to other people's experience. Someone could have a really good experience with one type of technique, but with you, it's a different experience. Breaking the posture doesn't start with correction. It starts with awareness. That's tuning in within yourself rather than looking on the outside. So it begins to notice the patterns that you do and going into what is stressing your body. Where you brace, where you collapse, where the tension becomes familiar. So tension in the leg is familiar, it's consistent, especially people who have hamstring issues, hamstring tightness. And instead of immediately thinking, I'm gonna fix it right now, the shift happens when you regulate first. When the body experiences breath, this is where the grounding happens, and this is where the body starts to realize that you are in a relaxed mode, not in a fight mode. And this is where the correction starts to begin. Instead of being forcing that stretch, forcing that massage, breathe. And this becomes more natural than forcing a temporary release. Because posture isn't just muscular issue, it's also subconscious, which is a belief driven. For example, many people believe that they are holding themselves together outside, but they also need to hold themselves emotionally together inside. Healing begins when the belief softens, which means that the body learns that safety doesn't require tension or bracing in the body. What happens with the body when it does this over time? It signals safety. When this happens, that the jaw starts to soften, you have slower breath, and the shoulders doesn't need to stay guarded like this. I mean, this doesn't look good. So movement actually feels supported instead of controlled. And through repetition of softening the body, being aware of the body, your nervous system starts to update itself. It starts to make these changes, changing the muscle tones, changing the posture movements, changing the movement patterns, and the posture from inside and out rather than outside and in. This is where the identity starts to shift. So when your nervous system feels safe and your posture stops being forced, so the alignment becomes a byproduct of the regulation. Your body doesn't actually really need to protect as much. Naturally, it basically reorganizes. So the posture becomes an expression, not effort. I don't know if you've seen people who stand so tall, you look at them and you think, oh wow, that person looks super confident. Or the person who slouches their shoulder oh my God, I'm super shy, I just don't want to talk to anyone. So posture is what your nervous system is telling you, what is inside than the outside. So if your posture changes with stress, your body isn't broken, it's communicating to you. Healing posture isn't about forcing anything and forcing that alignment. It's actually creating enough safety to protect yourself. So guys, if you resonate with this video, comment posture below in the comment bars. And if you want to deepen your knowledge about your nervous system, I work one-to-one online and the link is in the description box. If you like what I'm talking about with the nervous system, subscribe to my channel. And remember, your posture is not just structural, actually your nervous system language. So I'll see you in the next video. Much love. Bye.